Bada bing, bada boom, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So down Breakout Sport. It is Belgium taking on Egypt in the first game of this group. Obviously, Iran and New Zealand will play later on today in a big-time matchup there, whilst obviously everyone will predict Iran. New Zealand could create a little bit of a fight there with the disruptances that we've seen with Iran's preparation for this tournament. But look, this game here today between these two teams is really exciting between Belgium and Egypt, because whilst you would immediately say that Belgium just simply should be winning this game, they should be winning this game by potentially 3, maybe even 4-0 based off of their own merit and based off of rankings. I will tell you right now that Egypt are not an easy team to break down. They are not an easy team to get past here, even though everyone is immediately going to assume that it's just simply going to be a Belgium win. And like I said, I'm probably going to predict Belgium to win, and I do think that they should with their lineup here, and especially with the attack that they do have. It really looks like it's going to be a nightmare here for the Egyptians on the defense. However, Egypt in their World Cup qualifiers did not actually give up a single goal. And I will clarify that in those World Cup qualifiers, they didn't exactly take on anybody of significant note. We're talking teams like Guinea-Bissau, Djibouti, Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, these kind of teams, right? So it does need to be clarified with the opposition to show that even though they do have that record, and it is a great record, the point of the matter is that it wasn't exactly against big-time European nations or South American nations. They are obviously in Africa, which is one of the more relatively easier qualification processes. But with that being said, they are still defensively sound, and they will be able to prevent very, very heavily today. It just comes down to if they can take that step from those African nations to one of these bigger European nations in Belgium, who usually under-deliver and underwhelm when it comes to FIFA World Cups. And that's why this year I'm actually predicting them to go far, because everyone has jumped off of the wagon of Belgium. Everyone has jumped off of the wagon and said, you know what, I've believed in you before. I believe that with this golden generation that you've gone to be able to go and do it, and then they always under deliver. So that's why with everybody going off of them, I'm saying I reckon they do well. I reckon they come in here and they have a good tournament. They've got a good enough team, and they've got a really, really strong attack. They've got a lot of creativity. Their defense should be okay. I wouldn't say that their defense is amazing, but they've got Thibaut Courtois as their goalkeeper there. So ultimately, Belgium, they are quite well balanced. It just does come down to defensively whether they're going to be able to hold out here, because they have still given up quite a few goals in their World Cup qualifiers. Maybe not even in their World Cup qualifiers, but just in general, they can be quite leaky at times. But let's get into these two-team lineups. We'll start off with Belgium with the 4-2-3-1. Their goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois, with their defenders being Brandon Michele, Thomas Meunier, Timothy Castagne, and Nathan Ngoy, with the midfield being Kevin De Bruyne, Yuri Tielemans, who is the captain, and Amadou Onana. And then the attack is Leandro Trossard, Jeremy Doku, and Charles De Ketelaere. Then you go to the substitutions: Sene Lamens, Mike Penders, Arthur Thiate, Maxim De Kuiper, Conne De Winter, Joaquin Seys, Axel Witsel, Diego Moreira, Hans Van Aken, Alexis Sayele-Maikes, Nicholas Raskin, Romelu Lukaku, Dodi Lukubakayo, and Matthias Fernandez Pardo, with the manager being Rudy Garcia. Again, this team has so many attacking threats. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, he's been crushing it for Napoli, is one of the greatest Premier League midfielders of all time when he was at Manchester City, and then obviously had to leave last season, and not this season just gone, but season prior. And now he's been doing his job over there in Italy, in the Serie A for Napoli. He's in the midfield alongside quality players like Amadou Onana and Yuri Tielemans. Like the midfield should be absolutely dominant. And then you've got Leandro Trossard here, who is spectacular for Arsenal this season, especially in the clutch of it all, really late. Onana's been doing some fantastic stuff there for Aston Villa. And Jeremy Doku, what form he was in for Manchester City at the back end of the season, keeping them alive in a title race that realistically should never been in a transitional year. They realistically shouldn't have been. But Jeremy Jeremy Doku just kept putting in bangers, kept scoring big-time goals, and kept them alive in the tournament. So their attack absolutely is there. And if you look across their recent matchups in friendlies and also those World Cup qualifiers, they beat Tunisia 5-0. Tunisia did have a red card there late, but with that being said, it was a 5-0 win for Belgium. We did see the Sweden go and beat them 5-1 yesterday in the World Cup. So that is a pretty expected result there for Belgium against Tunisia. They did beat Croatia 2-0 though. Very impressive result there. A 1-1 draw with Mexico is okay. You know, you're not really complaining about it, but you would like to be beating Mexico, even though they're a pretty decent team. They beat the Americans 5-2 in their matchup back on March 29th. That was when Zeno de Bast, Amadou Onana, Charles de Ketelaere, and Dodi Luki Bakio scored a couple of goals there. Absolute rout of the Americans, and that was in USA as well. So very, very good result there. Beat Liechtenstein 7-0 in their World Cup qualifiers. Funnily enough, drew 1-1 with Kazakhstan in their World Cup qualifiers. You definitely wouldn't be expecting that one. It was an early goal to Sapayev for Kazakhstan, and then a goal in the 48th minute from Hans Van Aken, and then the red card for Islam Chesnokov in the 79th minute. But overall, Belgium just weren't good enough in that game. But what was their lineup, though, is the consideration. Yeah, they did still have a pretty strong lineup. They didn't have Kevin De Bruyne there, but they did still have a relatively strong lineup that you would have been expecting a little bit more from overall. So I'm surprised with that draw there. They beat Wales 4-2. They also drew 0-0 with North Macedonia. Beat Kazakhstan 6-0 in the previous game. That's more expected. Beat Liechtenstein 6-0 as well. Wales 4-3. So gave up the 3 goals there. 1-1 with North Macedonia. Wow, they just simply couldn't beat North Macedonia. They had a couple of draws with them, 3-0 over Ukraine, but also Ukraine beat them 3-1 in the first leg of the first qualifying round for the Nations League, and lost to Israel 1-0. Wow, that's a very big surprise. So look, overall, that's all the way back in late 2024 though. Overall, this Belgium team, you look at the talent and you go, well, those 7-0s and those 6-0s, and there are multiple of them, are entirely possible. The 5-2 against the Americans, they do keep Croatia to a clean sheet, but there is definitely a chance for them to have those random little slip-ups there. There is definitely those chances for them to have slip-ups, absolutely. You know, even against Italy when they drew 2-2 with them and then also lost to them 1-0 in the Nations League group stage back in late 2024, they do have those slip-ups in them. So whilst you should be fully expecting that the Belgium team should come in today to dominate, at the end of the day, this Egyptian team will not make it easy for them. Now, when we look at the starting lineup for the Egyptians, 4-2-3-1, their goalkeeper, Mustafa Shabia, with the backline being Yasser Ibrahim, Mohamed Hani, and Ahmed Fatou. You go to the midfield, Imam Ashaura, Mustafa Ziko, Hamdi Fatih, Mahanad Lashin, and Marwan Atiyah. And then the attack is just undeniable here. Mohamed Salah, who is the captain, and Omar Mamouche, the Liverpool man. Well, he was a Liverpool man, still weighing up his options elsewhere. And Omar Mamouche, obviously, at Manchester City. You go to the substitutions, Mohamed El Shanawi, Khmakri Solomon, Mohamed Allah, Hossam Abdel Maguid, Rami Rabia, Mohamed Abdel Monim, Karim Hafez, Tarek Ala'a, Nabil Donga, Mahmoud Saber, Trezeguet, Hamza Abdel Karim, Hassan, Ibrahim Adel, and Zizo, with the manager being Hossam Hassan Hussein. The Egyptians, obviously the two guys you are really, really going to know is Mohamed Salah and Omar Mamouche. Mustafa Ziko is not a bad little player as well to keep an eye on in this game. Mustafa Ziko has been pretty solid he's been pretty solid for them. I've just gone and looked where he is. He's at Pyramids in the Egyptian in Pyramids for the Egyptian Premier League. I have seen a few highlights of him. He is actually quite a sneaky little player there, Mustafa Ziko. So definitely watch him in the midfield here today for Egypt. But again, they are going to be very heavily reliant upon being behind the ball. They're going to be very heavily reliant upon frustrating this Belgium team and really making them earn this, because they will defend very strongly. We go back and look at their recent record. Only a 2-1 loss to Brazil. Brazil didn't look fantastic against Morocco except for Vinicius Jr. Only a 2-1 loss there. Brazil, I think, be pretty happy with that one. Bruno Guimaraes and Endrick both scored goals there. Mustafa Zico scored a goal in that game, the one I was just telling you about. And then you go down to their 1-0 win over Russia in a friendly. Obviously, we know, and Mustafa Zico scored a goal in that game too. So when I keep telling you about Mustafa Zico having pretty good matches coming into this game, that's why he scored a goal in his last two. They did have a 0-0 draw with Spain. Now, Spain have just come off of a draw with Cabo Verde. Cape Verde in the last game, you were expecting Spain to win by a big, big margin. But instead, we saw Cape Verde hold them out to draw 0-0 there. That is amazing for a clean sheet as well. You just were not expecting that one whatsoever. But with that being said, Egypt, you should be very happy with that draw. They beat Saudi Arabia 4-0, who'll be playing the game right after this against Uruguay. They drew 0-0 with Nigeria in the African Cup of Nations match for third place, but lost 4-2 on penalties. Lost in the semi-final of the African Cup of Nations to Senegal 1-0. Beat the Ivory Coast 3-2, who won yesterday 1-0 with a 90th minute winner from Diallo against Ecuador. And then you go back to a game against Benin, where they won 3-1. They drew 0-0 with Angola. They won 1-0 over South Africa, even with a red card. They won 2-1 over Zimbabwe. And then their World Cup qualifiers here. These are the ones you want to talk about. Guinea-Bissau, they won 1-0 there. That's expected. You probably would have expected more. 3-0 over Djibouti. You would have probably expected that or more. Tunisia 3-0. That's pretty solid. Burkina Faso 0-0. Over Tunisia 1-0. Ethiopia 2-0. They beat Sierra Leone 1-0. And also Ethiopia 2-0 in another game there. That's their World Cup qualifiers. Actually, if you go back to the African Cup of Nations qualifiers in late November of 2024, they drew Cabo Verde 1-1. So Cabo Verde are actually a relatively underrated team in a lot of ways. But the point of the matter is that when you look at all those games, you're talking about teams that are down in around the 80 to 100 range in regards to who they're keeping those clean sheets against. They're keeping the clean sheets, but also Angola is ranked 88th. Benin is ranked 93rd. And they drew they won that game 3-1. They did give up a goal to them. But Benin is 93rd. Who else was kind of there and thereabouts? Equatorial Guinea in 105. Tanzania 112. So this is kind of the area we're talking about in regards to who their qualifiers were against. And that's why I look at it and go, yeah, sure, your defense was good. Guinea is 81st. Sure, your defense was good, but are you going to be able to defend the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, Leandro Trossard, and Amadou and Onana, Yuri Tielemans, Keterere? This is a very, very strong Belgium team on the attack. Are they going to be able to prevent that one? Even Burkina Faso down there at 62nd. Now, Egypt is ranked in number 30. They were originally 29, but because that Ivory Coast win against Ecuador yesterday, 1-0 in the 90th minute, Ivory Coast have gone from 33rd up into 33rd into 29th. Ukraine have dropped from 32nd to 33rd. Canada have dropped from 30th to 32nd. You've got Norway, who have remained stagnant there in 31st. They play their first game tomorrow. And then you've got Egypt, who have dropped down into 30th, with Ivory Coast going up into 29th there. So that is what Egypt has done recently. And then you go to Belgium, where they're now dropping down into 10th because of that 7-1 win for Germany over Curaçao just last night. Belgium have now dropped from 9th into 10th position, but with a win here, they would very clearly go into 9th position. I don't think they would have enough to jump above the Netherlands, who had a 2-2 draw with Japan yesterday, and a late draw at that as well. If Belgium are to win this, they would probably just straight up go back into 9th position on the rankings, and then it just comes down to the Netherlands in their group and Belgium pumping through this group as well. The next time these two teams play, I'm pretty certain it's Iran versus Belgium first up here. Let me have a look, actually. Who is the next game here for these two teams? The game hasn't started yet. It's about to start any moment now. So the next game for these teams, you are going to see New Zealand versus Egypt and Belgium versus Iran. Yeah. New Zealand, Egypt in Vancouver, and Belgium, Iran in Los Angeles. So very, very important game here for Iran because they will take on the toughest team. No, sorry, very important game here for Belgium because they probably take on their other toughest opponent in the group, unless you say it is Egypt. Egypt do get the easier, sorry Kiwis, they do get the easier matchup here of this group right after this one by taking on the Kiwis in Vancouver. So even if they were to lose, they'd be able to put themselves back into a good step before they have to take on Iran in the final match day. But I'm going to predict I'm going to go with a 3-1. I'm going to back in that Belgium still may give up a goal here, but I think their attack is going to be too dominant. And whilst those stats do show that Egypt are quite a good defensive side, I'm still going to back in Belgium to get the win here. But guys, obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and hopefully we do get a good matchup. Jagger says I'm going 1-1 here. I can see a world. I can see a world where that is the case. I'm going to back in Belgium though. Olivia says, morning, get around here, Olivia. Travis says, 0-0 final score here. Surely not. Surely not. Belgium's attack it should be too strong. We've seen a 0-0 draw between Spain and Cape Verde in the last game. If we see another 0-0 draw here, I'll be extremely surprised. It won't be a surprising thing from an Egyptian perspective, but it'll be a surprising thing from a Belgian perspective, and alarm bells will start to ring in Belgium if this is a 0-0 draw. Nate says, the way the last one went, I'm on Egypt for the win. Egypt for the win? Damn. It's a big call. I don't think it's an outrageous shout. But it is a big call. It says, good morning, Blaze. Spain surprisingly not as good as we think. Well, to DR Congo. What has DR Congo got to do with Spain? What has DR Congo got to do with this? Yeah, Spain definitely weren't great at all. That was a well-deserved draw there from Cape Verde. And Spain weren't even close to really doing them in, and we saw a couple of late chances for Cape Verde to steal one of the greatest upsets of all time. Obviously wasn't to be, and it did end up being a 0-0. But what has DR Congo got to do with anything here? Pattycat says, how much Vietnamese coffee do you need to stay away with these games? I've only had the one coffee so far. We've got this game, then we've got Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and then we've got New Zealand, Iran. I'll probably have one more coffee in between, but I've also got a cheeky little Pepsi Max here. Also got a few drinks here for the rest of the night as well, as in like just Cokes here and stuff like that. But we'll be sweet, mate. You know me. We're focused. We're delivering, and when I promise something, I will deliver it. So Belgium will get a good steal here inside their own half. It'll be a free kick. Going Belgium too strong midfield. It should be just too strong in regards to the forwards and midfield. Jacko getting 1-1 here. Matt says, interesting game to watch with both being possible matchups for Oz in round of 32 or 16. Backing Belgium for this one. Well, surely Belgium. Well, yeah, okay. It is a possible matchup. There is a possible matchup. However, if we were to, that's really nice here. Catalara back underneath, and that's going to be a goal kick. A little bit of space there and a little bit of speed from the Catalara does get you a little bit excited though. If we come second and New Zealand comes second, I'm pretty certain we have to come second in this group, in our group, to play second in this group. And then, yeah, we would have to really hope that the Kiwis can fire up and get a couple of results there to sneak a second position. That'd be awesome to see a Pacific round of 32 match. We would win that game. And we would win that game well. But if they found a way to do that, it'd be very impressive. All right, Egypt's going to steal this ball here. Okay, opportunity. Mamouche. Oh, but that's going to be coming away. That was actually Zico as well. Again, Zico is the one that I'm telling you to watch. Everyone's going to be looking at Omar Mamouche and Mohamed Salah. But I'm telling you, Zico is the guy to watch. He's been the one scoring their goals recently. But it says, I don't know how it happens, but I want Australia, New Zealand round 32. It's just so hard to see New Zealand coming second. It's entirely possible that it comes down to the USA game this week. If we beat USA, we go through in first. If we lose to USA, there's still a chance of coming third, but I fancy us for a second. I think we beat Paraguay, and no matter what, we would go through in second. If we were to lose to USA and then lose to Paraguay, it would get quite nerve-wracking. We would need Turkey to get a pretty good... What we kind of want is Turkey to get a pretty good result. against Paraguay. But with that being said, if Paraguay... Actually, no, what we really want is... do we want Paraguay to have something to play for against Australia? I really don't know. Jeremy Doku. Go Docs. Go Docs. Beautiful ball onto the inside. But Onana's going to pass that ball straight away. Early predictions, Yogub says. Early predictions for this game. I went Belgium 3-1, but Egypt are a very good defensive side. They did not give up a single goal during the World Cup qualifiers, but that was against teams like Benin, that was against teams like Equatorial Guinea, and that was against teams like, in those African nations like Tongo and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't against amazing teams. Sierra Leone. Yeah, I know, Jack. I'm going high. The reason why I've gone Belgium 3-1 is because I don't know if Egypt are going to be able to master that gap between the two of the African nations and the European nations here. I think Jeremy Doku's been in some great form. I think Kevin De Bruyne is Kevin De Bruyne. And the biggest thing for me is that Belgium every single year are overhyped, and everyone always says Belgium are going to do it this year. I think people are sick of that now. They're like, this golden generation has been overrated, and they've been underwhelming and under-delivering. So once everyone's jumped off them, now I'm going to jump on them. Because usually when the common consensus goes off of a team, that's when to jump on them. Everyone's been on Spain. Well, guess what? They just under-delivered massively against Cape Verde. Once everyone jumps off of a wagon, that's when you should realistically be jumping onto that wagon. Everyone jumped on the Turkey wagon. Well, add that wagon pan out for them. That's what happens, man. Turkey consistently. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. He'll pass that one out to the back. Trossard, back to Kevin De Bruyne, to Trossard. And he'll go for a shot. It'll still be Belgian ball. And the thing is, like, Lukaku's been awful this season for Napoli, but you do have him as an option off the bench as well. Yeah, Belgium scored 20 goals in their last 6 games. Yes, but they've also played teams like Liechtenstein. So yes, but Santa says Egypt upset. All right, we'll see. Plenty of Man City players playing in this game. In the box. In the box of Belgium. Tielemans. And Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, straight past the left-hand goal post. Jeez, that was close. That was close. That was close. It's very difficult, Tunley, to see any big nation team getting grouped based on the fact that the third place qualifies through as well for the most part. Only 4 third place teams don't go through. So it's very difficult to see any big nation getting grouped. That Belgium 5-2 over the US was good. Yes. They have it in them, but they also have a couple of those random losses in them too. Like when they couldn't even get past... Who was it again? They drew twice against... who was it again? They drew 1-1 with Kazakhstan, which is interesting, but they beat also Kazakhstan in the first game 6-0. That's right, North Macedonia. Belgium drew 1-1 and 0-0 with North Macedonia. On each side of those games, you saw a 3-0 win over Ukraine into a 4-3 win over Wales. And then the other side, you saw a 6-0 win over Kazakhstan into a 0-0 draw with North Macedonia into a 4-2 win for Belgium. So they do have those kind of games in them. And again, they had that 1-1 draw with Kazakhstan on either side of there. They had a 4-2 win over Wales and a 7-0 win over Liechtenstein. And then, yeah, you've got that 1-1 draw with Mexico, but a 5-2 win over USA beforehand and a 2-0 win over Croatia the game after, and then a 5-0 win against Tunisia in their friendlies. And that's what I'm backing in here, that they're going to be too strong attacking-wise, but I can completely see and understand why people are saying this could be an upset for Egypt. I miss when Doku was rumored to go to Liverpool, Yagub says. Listen, have a word to yourself. How about that one? Have a word to yourself. I want you to go to the mirror right now, look at yourself and say, why did I just say something ridiculous like that when Docs is a Manchester City cult hero, mate? He's a Man City cult hero. How dare you? Belgium had a chance to win nothing during their golden generation. What did they have a chance to win? This is still the golden generation, by the way. Yes, Eden Hazard was there. But this is still part of the golden generation. Until Kevin De Bruyne goes, this is still the golden generation now. Yeah, look, they don't have the likes of Alderweireld and Eden Hazard anymore, and Lukaku's on the outer comparatively, but they definitely are still a part of the golden generation. Yeah, where is he going? I googled it before. Obviously, Salah has left Liverpool. I miss Kevin De Bruyne, so I know how you feel. But I know he's left Liverpool. He hasn't decided where he's going yet, has he? Oh, here we go. Belgium inside the box. Still chance here. Corner. No, it's a goal kick. Leandro Trossard will give away a goal. Will give up a goal kick. So 10 minutes gone here, folks. 10 minutes gone, and it is still 0-0 here. 10 minutes gone. Made the journey to Seattle. He doesn't actually have a club. Arne Slot left, and there's actual rumours of Salah staying. Well, I knew that there was a lot of rife between him and Arne Slot. They're not singing Arne Slot, na anymore, are ya? No more Arne Slot, na. And they'll be away here. Jeremy Doku, he's got the pace. Here goes Docs down that left wing. Oh, but that's good defense from Egypt. That's really nice. I bet it'll be booted straight back to Thibaut Courtois. Obviously, everyone here would be very well aware of the history. Well, that's an awful pass there from Belgium. The history between Thibaut Courtois and Kevin De Bruyne. It's actually shows the amazing work rate and the work ethic of Kevin De Bruyne that he's able to still play on the same team as that snake Courtois. It actually is amazing. It really shows you the character of who Kevin is, that he puts national pride and national success over a guy that slept with his wife. It really is amazing. Getting group last World Cup wasn't good enough to standards, absolutely. And there's going to be a chance here now. Here's a chance. De Qatar. Oh, he's going to try and claim he's been taken out here, but I think this is just going to be a corner. Corner to the Belgians. Corner to les Belgians. By the way, did you hear that the World Cup final is going to have a 30-minute halftime? A 30-minute halftime for the halftime show? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is actually going to be the last touch of the Catalaro, so it's going to be a goal kick. Nope, Andoni Iraola is my goat. Bournemouth football was beautiful to watch. Hopefully brings the same thing to us. You're probably just a little bit too early on making that change. No, sorry, a little bit. You should have been going in for Chubby. You could have been going in for Chubby. Also, don't forget the ads. Yeah, and the ads. But 30 minutes for a halftime entertainment it's a long time. But can you imagine if you're down 2-0 in a World Cup final and then you got to sit there and watch? Oh, that's going to be a free kick for sure. That's a yellow card. That is a yellow card coming up for Egypt. Atia for Egypt will be yellow carded. Endoy just breaks on through there. Really good bit of speed. They have to give 30 minutes of Bad Bunny. Well, it's Shakira and BTS from Korea. Oh, man. Can you imagine being down 2-0 and having to wait for Shakira to shake her hips before you can get back out there? 30 minutes halftime show is just not it, bro. I don't have 30 minutes of attention span for Shakira. Shakira is a banger, don't get me wrong. Shakira is a banger, but also I want to watch the World Cup final, bro. People complain the hydration break in the Sweden game, weather was 20 to 22 degrees at night. Mate, I've been complaining about this for weeks. It was 18 degrees Celsius in one of the international friendlies when they decided to have a hydration break. I've been complaining about this for weeks, saying that this is ridiculous. Belgium now, they're going to whip this ball down to the left corner for Jeremy Doku. Doku's got that space. He's got that creativity down here. He's been on great form for Belgium in this World Cup qualifiers, and that is lazy. Lazy there from Onana. And that will be a free kick here to Egypt on the counter for sure. You could argue there's a yellow card here too. He's not going to do it though. Oh, no, it is. Yeah. There was a hold back of Mohamed Salah as he was breaking away there. Castagna is grabbing onto his right arm and preventing Salah from breaking away. But that was lazy from Onana. They had a great opportunity. He gets a great ball in there, Jeremy Doku, and Onana, unfortunately, just way too lazy. The Villa man. G'day, Blaze. I hope all is well. Good sleep. Yeah, I had a good sleep last night. Then we streamed. Oh, here we go. Egypt. Zico. Smart player. That's my man. I'll go out for a throw-in. Had a good sleep. Then I streamed Sweden versus Tunisia, the 5-1. And then I slept at about 4 p.m. today and then woke up at about 10 before I started at 10:45 p.m. for the first game where Spain underwhelmed against Cape Verde in a 0-0 draw. And then now we've obviously got this one, Belgium, Egypt. Then after this, we've got Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. And then after that, we will have the Kiwis, New Zealand, taking on Iran. We might have a few Kiwis on here. I don't know how much the Kiwis give a shit about football, but we might have a few Kiwis on here getting around it. Egypt have a chance in the counter with Marmoush and Salah if they catch them napping. We've got Sherlock Holmes here in the chat. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, they're going to quickly go here. Doku, he's got that pace. He's got that speed. That is, wow, going to be classed as a good tackle. Right now, it's 2:16 a.m. in Vietnam. They're good. But I don't know if you know this. I'm actually going to Kazakhstan in a month's time. So I think for the World Cup final, I'll actually be there. I'm going to go there for 3 weeks. Yeah, I'll be in Almaty in Kazakhstan for the final, which will be, I think, at about 12 o'clock compared. What time is it in Kazakhstan right now? Time in Kazakhstan. Yeah, 2 hours behind, so it'll start at 12 o'clock for me. I like that. At mid, that's a beautiful time. Love it. Borat country. Yeah, going to go shake hands with Borat, but also I'm going to go there for 3 weeks and then go to Kyrgyzstan. I know absolutely nothing about Kyrgyzstan, and that's what excites me. I know absolutely nothing. I googled it yesterday. Does Kyrgyzstan have good internet? Does Kazakhstan have good internet? Kazakhstan, beautiful, and Almaty, great internet, and Kyrgyzstan does too. I know absolutely fuck all about Kyrgyzstan, and that's so exciting. This World Cup got me becoming nocturnal. You know, good, mate. I don't know how... Like, I was wrecked on Sunday, mate. That's why I unfortunately slept through a couple of games on last night. Slept through... The streams were set up and I was meant to be live for them, but unfortunately I slept through them. I'm spewing I missed that Japan-Netherlands game, but I did watch it back and it was a great game, but I'm spewing I wasn't here for it. But, yeah, streaming all night, every night is pretty tough. But luckily, I've got an amazing partner who supports me through it. And she's all good. Having some pizza right now. Beautiful. You know, you're not complaining, Jacko. You will be complaining when you get irrencunded, though. You're going to get irrencunded, Jacko, and it's gonna be crazy. When you get irrencunded, you won't know what hit you. You won't know what hit you. From Anfield and Etihad to Seattle now. What do you mean Anfield and Etihad? I get... Salah and Omar Mamouche, but what do you mean from Anfield and Etihad to Seattle? What does that sign even mean? Are you just saying they play for City and Liverpool and now Egypt? What does that sign even mean? 17.5 minutes gone here. And it'll be Belgium with the ball at the halfway point. They push this ball up to the left for Jeremy Doku. You go to... Well, it's just about building a footballing audience here, man. Like, obviously... We have a rugby league audience, and we're going to start to try and build... We've got the Nations League after the World Cup finishes as well. But, it's all about just building a football audience now, mate. I'm expecting... Obviously, we'll grow throughout the tournament and whatnot, but these beginning stages, it's all just for the love of the game, and we build more like-minded people who love the community and get involved in the chat and get involved in the streams. And then, obviously, it'll just keep going through different tournaments. Draz, it's just World Cup. How did Spain get kept to 0? I know it ended in a draw, but what an upset result still. Oh, it was an amazing upset. Amazing upset result. Cape Verde, they were ranked 63rd. They're now ranked 60... Sorry, they were ranked 67th. Now they're ranked 63rd. Spain were ranked 2nd. Now they're ranked 3rd. France got up a spot because of it. It's such an awful result there to handball there against Belgium. It'll be free kick to Egypt. It's such an awful result for Spain. And they play Saudi Arabia in their next game, Spain, who were who they play Uruguay after this, but they were the ones who got the biggest surprise of 2022 when they beat Argentina in that first game. Egypt here. Zico, Salah. Here's an opportunity for Egypt. Oh, that's a strike. That is a strike for Egypt. Oh, that is an absolute strike from outside the box, and Egypt take the lead 1-0. Wowee. His first ever international goal is an absolute screamer from outside the box into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. Imam Ashur will score a goal. It is 1-0 here to the Egyptians. 20 minutes into the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. What a strike that is. Mo Salah has been really clever with this as well, just dropping in and then just gets it away from Courtois. That is some really good stuff. And Egypt deserve their lead here. Imam Ashur plays for Al Ahly, which is in the Egyptian Premier League. But I tell you what, that is a cracker goal. That is a cracker goal. Come on, Egypt. Well, the upset is on here. We're starting to see maybe a few upsets coming in now. Australia beats Turkey. We see Cabo Verde get a draw against Spain. And maybe we're about to see another upset here of Egypt going bang against Belgium. But a long way to go here. Long way to go. Do you recommend I vlog the America trip on YouTube? If you're going to be consistent on YouTube, sure. There's no point doing it if you're just going to put one video out. If you're going to be consistent on YouTube, sure. Otherwise, you just be... I know you do Instagram. If you're consistent on Instagram. So, if you're wanting to move into the YouTube game, absolutely. If you're not looking to go into YouTube, then no. You didn't know Al Ahly were in the Egyptian Premier League? Amateur hours. Yeah, hey, Jacko, without Google, can you tell me a player, besides who just scored, can you tell me any player in the Egyptian Premier League? Not just Al Ahly. Just any player in the Egyptian Premier League. How about that one, Jacko? Just one single player in the Egyptian Premier League. Without Google. Be honest with it. Be honest. I look forward to it. Come on, Jacko. I know you're going to use Google. If I see a single player there, I know you're going to use Google. Jeremy Doku, who get this ball at the back. Don't need an Al Ahly player. Just need one Egyptian Premier League player. And don't say Mohamed Salah. I'll get this one away. This is why the World Cup is so peak to watch. No, it's awesome. Egypt up 1-0. 21 minutes and 42 seconds gone here. Ahmed Khaldi. Hello, Google. And that is going to be a Hydration Nation break, baby. Hydration Nation break for this game. But we have got a goal already. Beautiful. Make the Belgian work for it, of course. Of course they are. Well, you thought Egypt was going to make it easy here? You thought they're just going to come in and make it easy here? Don't think so, mate. Hold on. I'm getting this up here. Professional footballer who plays a right winger for USM Alger in the Algerian league. Get wrecked, Jacko. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. He's not even in the Egyptian Premier League. He's in the Algerian league for USM Alger. Yeah, get wrecked. Algerian League Professionnel 1. How do you... I don't know how you know a random player in Algeria. He did $6.50 before the game. Wow. I'm taking an Iran 2-0 against New Zealand, Yagub, and I'll take in the other game, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay is a tough one. I will take Uruguay though, 2-1. I will say Uruguay probably get the win there. But Egypt $6.50 is crazy. Again, I backed in the fact that I'm trying to go away from the common consensus with a Belgian win, but Egypt have been the better team so far. Ahmed Khaldi plays for USM Alger in the Algerian League Professionnel 1. Get wrecked, Jacko. Get wrecked. Buddy, Google hero. Google hero, son. And if you're talking about Ahmed Khalil, he plays for the UAE First Division club Al Ittifaq. Al Ittifaq in the UAE. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jacko. You've come up short here today. Yeah, you tried your best. You found miserably the lesson is never tried. No, it's good, though. You threw out a player's name and you tried your best. I respect it. I do respect it because I don't know how you know a random player in the Algerian league. Such a random name. Can Saudi Arabia have another shock start of the World Cup like they upset the champions in 2022 in Argentina and beat Uruguay? Well, this wouldn't be as shocking, but there's definitely Uruguay are not perfect by any means, but I think Uruguay win. Jacko says, I googled the team who finished first and went to their recent game, but it was a cup game, not a league game, so I got caught out. Well done, Jacko. And yet you said that you didn't Google it. Typical Englishman, man. Typical Englishman. Gary, you got to get your Englishman in line. Gary, you got to keep him in line, mate. We got Jacko claiming he wasn't. As if I didn't know you were on Google, bro. As if you would have randomly been able to pick out that player from the Egyptian Premier League. As if you would ever of picked out a player. It's not even a bad thing. It's just that you don't watch the Egyptian Premier League. We all don't watch the Egyptian Premier League. But maybe we should after that last goal. If that's how goals are banging in Egypt, maybe we should start watching it. Gary's only so much I can do. Bloody Manly fans, I tell ya. Whereabouts in the world now? I'm currently in Vietnam, but I'll be in Almaty, Kazakhstan in less than a month now. Nathan's still trying to survive after that last game where he had over 3.5 goals between Spain and Cabo Verde, and it ended 0-0. Oh, here we go. Here's Belgium, and that's going to be blocked. And we'll go out for a throw-in. Castagne. I'm currently in Nha Trang in Vietnam. I'm thinking of going maybe Da Nang for a little bit from next week, though. We'll see. All right, Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to put this ball on the top. Beautiful ball. It will be just cleared away, but it was a beautiful ball. You saw Ferran Torres up front and expected 3 goals. Well, it was always Bale who was up front. But Ferran Torres was awful. Like, Torres was on the field for like 70 minutes, and I kept saying in the 30th minute, please substitute him now. Ferran Torres in that game was feral. He was awful in that matchup. He was never able to get into it. His passes just simply weren't good. He was taking wild shots when he got an opportunity. It just was not great. I cannot believe it took him so long to be substituted off of the field. Jeremy Doku. He's down that left wing. 27 minutes gone here, down 1-0. Now with this in the box, that's going to be come down here for Egypt. That's a free kick. Kevin De Bruyne had a cracking opportunity there and will be saved, but there will be a free kick before that regardless. When Aussie beat the US, they'll blame Iran. Mate, when we beat the US, I'm telling you, Instagram is going to be way worse than America versus Iran. Instagram is going to be an absolute battlefield because all the Americans will take the why are the Australians picking on us approach, even though they've been actually disrespecting us for the last 3 to 6 months in regards to this Football World Cup. Why are they being so mean to us? That's literally how they're already acting right now because of that Turkey result, which proved them wrong in regards to them thinking how bad we were. I hope you dig into the bacon and vinegar. Don't suggest the vinegar. Don't get him into the bacon and vinegar again, please. Jeremy Doku. And that will get blocked away for a throw-in. I tell you what, Belgium's worst nightmare is going down 1-0 in a game against one of the best defensive sides across this World Cup qualifying campaign. Did not give up a goal in qualifying. You don't want to go down a goal to a team who can defend like that, even if it is in the African nations. You can't even Google lineups for the Egypt League. It only shows stats. That's crazy. And that will be a bad pass from Belgium. And Egypt will be maybe able to break away here. So you couldn't... It wouldn't even show you the team from Al Ahly. 30 minutes gone here in the game, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Nate says, you need to make I Love Harambal shirt. Erengundable. It's funny, people are really forgetting about the Metcalf goal. Everyone's talking so much about Erengunda that they're forgetting about the kind of Metcalf goal. But yeah, it's a good idea, to be fair. I love Harambal shirts. Especially if we went and beat USA doing the same thing, it'd be just on. 30 minutes gone here. Tell you what, Belgium haven't had a really great opportunity just yet. 8:30 over here. That's a before 11 a.m. treat. It's 2:30 here. Well, in Australia, it's 5:30 a.m. Here we go. Opportunity. Great defense. Egypt again with that defense. They're not making it easy for the Belgians. Not making it easy here. Didn't even show goal scorers. I had to go to a website and see a goal scorer. Nearly goal scored here. But then that'll be cleared from Zico. I had to go to a website and see a goal scorer. The website didn't have lineups either. I wonder if it's broadcasted. I wonder if you can even broadcast Egyptian Premier League games. Jeremy Doku puts that back, whips it in. Good ball. And that will go out for a goal kick. Actually, a pretty good ball into the area, though. But it will go out for a goal kick here. Yuri Tielemans was running through, but he just could knock his head onto that. It was going to be difficult to put that on goal regardless, and even if it goes on goal, it probably doesn't go in, but it was a half-decent opportunity considering. Suddenly says, the news channel that Mike Rella come from already backpedaling after we won against Turkey. Do you see my comment on their Instagram post? Yeah, I commented on their Instagram post saying, tune's changing now, eh? It's the most liked comment on that post too. It's got like over 1,000 likes now. Yeah, as soon as we get that win, now it's that they're even kind of like denouncing the Mike Grella thing. And it's just like, come on, man. If you're gonna say something, say it with chest. Say it with chest, you cat. But we remember. So when we go and win on Saturday, I don't care how much you backpedal, your dogs. And that's gonna be a throw-in. How we doing? Wasn't sure if you were still crashed out. See, you made one at least. Was holding down the fake live stream. Shut up, Seb, man. I had streamed 13 hours the day that day beforehand. I still streamed Sweden versus Tunisia this morning. Or yesterday morning, sorry. I did miss the first couple of games, though, unfortunately. And then, yeah, today we've redone one game where Spain underwhelmed against Cape Verde and drew 0-0. Now we're here for this, and we'll be live for the next two. But Belgium... Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, the ball just bounces off the defense, and Egypt can counter. Egypt can counter, but it will come away here for Belgium. Thought that Titans winger had got to you that much, he flew back to the GC. Yeah, I probably went a little bit harsh on him, didn't I? Probably went a little bit hard. I don't think I was harsh on him, but I think I probably went a little bit too hard on him. But that also came with the tiredness and also the way that we lost that game, and also with how ridiculous that was and how ridiculous he's been the last couple of weeks. I thought that was going to be a goal out of nowhere there from Egypt. He pushes it out for the corner there, Courtois. The Egypt lead table is so odd. Take a gaze. Okay, I'll have a look after this corner. Oh, Courtois had to... Yeah, that was a shot out of nowhere there from Egypt. Zico. I told you before the game, Zico is the one to watch, man. Mustafa Zico. He is the one to watch. Brent Olsen says, hey, DJ here from New Zealand, what time till our players play? How many hours? It's 7:33 a.m. here. Well, that'll be on at 8 a.m. my time. I think you're 5 hours in front of me, so that'll be 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m., I think. 2 p.m. for you is when I believe that game's on. Yeah, because in Australia, it'll be 3 hours after me, which will be 11 a.m. So I think you're 2 hours ahead of Australia, which will be... Well, that'll be 1 p.m. 8, 9, 10, 11. If you're 2 hours ahead of Australia, then it'll be a 1 p.m. If I'm thinking correctly right now. But Ahmed Fatour, he will get yellow carded. Okay, let me have a look at this Egyptian Premier League table. Yeah, I thought that was in as well, Sundo. I thought it was too. Egyptian Premier League table. Zamalek, Pyramids, Al Ali. Yeah, they've got the 2 different groups. Yeah, there's some European leagues like this too, mate. It's cooked, mate. It's cooked. So like Group A, Zamalek, Pyramids, Al Ali, Ceramica, Al Masri, NP, and Smuha. They've all played 6 games, and then you've got Wadi Degla, Zed, National Bank, El Guna, just a random National Bank there, Petrojet, Ghazi El Mach, Al Mokawloon, Modern Sport. Look at all the random, like you've got all the Egyptian names, then you've just got National Bank and Modern Sport. You got Al Ittihad, you got Wadi Degla, you got Pyramids, you got Zamalek, you got Al Ali, National Bank, Modern Sport. I don't know how that works. What's the difference between Group A and Group B? Because Group A's plays 7 less games. I don't know what the Egyptian Premier League is. There's also group stages. There's group stages for the league? Is that what you're saying, Jacko? Group stages for the league. What the hell's happening here, mate? What the hell is happening here, Jacko? What are you trying to tell me? There's group stages inside the league? National Bank's crazy. Could you imagine being a passionate, diehard fan of National Bank? Oh, National Bank. Oh, National Bank. Oh, I'm so sorry, National Bank fans out there. I know I've got a lot of you here. I'm never going to be allowed to go to a National Bank game in my life. God forbid if I get to a Modern Sport game. Why does Group A have 7 teams and Group A have 14? I don't know. Maybe it's like the levels. Up the bank. Up the bank. Big bank fan. You know what? That's my team now. That's my team in the Egyptian Premier League, the National Bank. Unbelievable. Doku with the ball. He's come inside. There's going to be a free kick. A free kick will come up here for Egypt, just outside their own box. Just a Pepsi Max here, Brent. Just a Pepsi Max. I'm not going to be drinking beer, but I'm streaming all night. There is a team in Wales called Total Network Solutions. They are made to change their name to TNS after they were taken over. Total Network Solutions. Up the solutions. Massive solutions fan. Wow. Looking at that strike again from Imam Ashur. Beautiful. 20.7 meters, that. And that'll come out for Courtois to whack that one away. Maybe Belgium just don't have what it takes here, eh? Gaza with the zinger. You have to give him some credit. Oh, that's such a dad joke. That's such a dad joke. I love it. Total Network Solutions, National Bank, Modern Sport. How good is this world? I'm sure if we go to some more African nations, we're going to see some random team names. And then you've also got Pyramids. I'm sure that's a Cairo team. Here we go. Chance here for Belgium. Outside the edge of the box. Onana. Out to the wing. Castagna. Over the top. Doku back inside. Oh, it's going to be clear. Well, not cleared. A miscue from Leandro Trossard. Otherwise, that was probably going to be a goal. They get the ball back here to Onana. There was an opportunity there. They couldn't take it, though. That was their best chance so far. They really haven't had too many opportunities so far, Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne. Doku. Yeah, 3 goal for Sweden with 2 bangers. Yeah, no, that was really good. Favorite goal of the World Cup. My favorite goal of the World Cup has been Erngunda. Comes at the back. Chance. De Bruyne. Trossard. Oh, Trossard has been really lackluster in front of goal today. He's a real goal threat, but he's not been doing anything with it. That should be a free kick to Belgium, yeah. He's been a goal threat, but every time it's just not the finishing product. I'm 58, mate. All I have are dad jokes. Look valid, I respect it. I've backed El Guna and Al Ali a couple of times in multi. Shut up, Nate. No, you have not. No, you have not. Oh, we love you. You are a degenerate, but we love you. If you are betting on the Egyptian Premier League and you know who El Guna and Al Ali are, there's a problem, mate. You know, there's an issue into the back for Doku, who's switched out to the right wing now, by the way. As well as Egypt defense giving me that Australian defense wall we did to the Turkish delights. They're playing very, very differently here, Azu. Very, very differently, man. Saudi must have a team called Sandmen XI. Stop it. I want to see some other... Let's go have a look. So we've got... So that's the Egyptian Premier League. What about like the... What about Madagascar football table? What do they have? Football league table. They're going to have something spicy, surely. The Madagascar Pro League, surely. Belgium playing this ball in the back. 40 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Chicken in FC out of Zimbabwe. Get out of here. That's crazy. Chicken in FC. I don't even know what Madagascar is. We've got CNAPS, but the CN and the PS is in capitals. The A is lowercase and then sport. So Synapse Sport, but it's like the CNPS are all capitals and the A is lowercase in the middle. And then there's Saramandroso Formation FC. Formation FC. It's a fast food place. Yeah, it's like Chicken Express in Fiji. KFC. Chicken Express. Chicken in. Chicken in, baby. So 41st minute. Klinik Zanatani. Mama FCA, that's fine. What's another one? Let's go, and it must be just like the African nations that have some random ones. How about in the Congo? The Congo... That's all pretty normal, actually, in the Congo. Belgium. Doku. Oh, cut out there by the Egyptian defense. That's nice. Oh, they've got Vegas. Sundo, you've been to Vegas in America a couple of times. You should go to Vegas in the Congo. How about that? Great family trip for you. Young Boys in Switzerland is a good name. Don't know if I'd say good name. It's an intriguing name. I don't know if I would go all the way to say good name. No. Didn't Young Boys beat Man United the other year? That's going to go over the sideline for a throw-in here for Belgium. I'm pretty certain Young Boys beat Man United a couple of years back. Then again, Man United also lost to what, like FC Midtjylland? And who's that team in like League 1 and League 2 they lost to again? I can't remember. After a quick review, I will have to pass on that offer. Why not? You're not a big fan of going to Congo Sunday. Come on, man. Grow up. Oh, shot into their own back. Grow up, Sunday. Take your family. It's a nice little homely, wholesome family experience. Oh, here we go. Here's an opportunity. Jeremy Doku. Good defense. Grimsby, that's the one, Jacko, yeah. Bahamas has insurance management bears. Clubs always ready in Bolivia and the strongest in Bolivia. Insurance management bears. Up the management. If you go there, you won't be able to grow up. There's also that thought process too. But you got to grow up from that thought process. Outside the edge of the box, they put it up. Opportunity, but the keeper comes out and he stops it. This is probably just going to be an Egypt 1-0 lead here at half-time. Unless the Belgians can get a miracle here. Well, This is going to spice this group up. It will spice this group up. And Egypt spread this ball out to the left-hand side. They're moving forward. I know the moderators loved that one, by the way. I know the mods loved that one that you can see in the chat. It was coming. It's been coming for a very long time now. Jay would have loved it. Jay would have been a big fan of it. To be fair, he would have done that ages ago. So they'll go to the right-hand side. 1 minute to go here of half-time until half-time. Comes out to the edge of the box. And there'll be a free kick here to Belgium. Tanzania Prisons FC are a top-notch club. Extremely fair. There's no way. Is that actually a team? Is that actually a team? Tanzania Prisons FC. Oh my gosh, it's actually true. They're 19th. Tanzania Prisons FC. They play out of Sokoine Stadium. Oh my gosh, go and have a look at Sokoine Stadium, guys. Sokoine Stadium. Please go and look at Sokoine Stadium. Is this actually like a prison team? Is it actually a prison team? Is that prison behind the stadium? Dude, the field is torn to shreds. Nah, I'll never be forgotten. Gary? Jack says, how about the Espusa Dwarfs in the Gun Division 1 League? What a team up the Dwarfs. Botswana have Naughty Boys FC. No, do that. Naughty Boys FC. Naughty Boys FC. Surely not. Is a football club based in Masuru and Lesotho. No, in Lesotho, Naughty Boys FC is. In Lesotho. Which is spelt Lesotho, for people who don't know. In the box, chance here, Belgium. Doku should have put that in the goal. That should have been in the goal there from Jeremy Dockel. That should have been in the goal there from Jeremy Dockel, but it will go blasting over the goalpost. Doku's really struggled to get an impact here, but he's been given a beautiful opportunity. He had to put that on target. If he puts it on target, it is probably just straight up a goal there to Ketareira. Gets a touch out to him. Unfortunately, he does not get it. Jeremy Doku. The big docs. The big docs. Mariner Grimsby FC. They wave, blow up CODs in the crowd. They play at Get Out Jail Stadium. I want to know when Naughty Boys, what their stadium is called. Naughty Boys FC. 2 minutes gone here in added time. Oh, Nana. Spread out to the left. 2 minutes left here. Can they get a miracle just before the half? All right, they're moving up now. Out to the right wing. Do something with it, Belgium. Do something with it. It's going to be defended nicely. Egypt have been very resolute here. I cannot believe the comparison between this and Australia because it's such a different defensive scheme. But Egypt have been very quality defensively and they've had their own little moments themselves and obviously their own goal themselves. They still haven't conceded a goal in how long? It's been a long time since they've given up a goal here, Egypt. Oh, wait, actually, no. I'm thinking about their World qualifiers. They gave up a goal recently. Oh, they lost 2-1 to Brazil, of course. Marmouche. Marmouche is in the box. Oh, that's going to be blocked there from the keeper, and it will be a corner. Will be a corner. Corner. And that's going to be another corner here. There is 30 seconds left here until halftime. An Egyptian corner. Three and a half minutes left. Oh, sorry, 30 seconds left. 3.5 minutes gone. I need to tune in soon, mate. I have surgery tomorrow. God bless you. I hope everything goes okay. They're going to whip this ball down inside the box. Good area. Blocked away. Shot from outside the box. Will still bounce around like a pinball for Egypt to have a corner. They're going to get a corner to finish off this half. They will get a corner to finish off this half. Right wing. Penalty says if that was Eden Kunda, it would have been a goal. Eden Kunda would have scored 4 goals by now in this game. Might have scored 5. And they put it in. It's going to be headed down. Wow, another great chance for Egypt to take a 2-0 lead. But that is going to be halftime, folks. That will be halftime. And the Egyptians will surprisingly be in the lead. We might be seeing another upset here. We may be seeing another upset. Luckily, De Ketarere was able to get enough of a header onto that to prevent that from going to Nico for a goal. But it is 1-0 Egypt, and Belgium continue to disappoint at World Cups for the time being. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Let's look at some of these stats, and then I'm going to go and get some fresh air out in the balcony for a couple of minutes before we come back here for the second half of the game. Then we've also got Uruguay, Saudi Arabia after this, and we also have New Zealand versus Iran. So, shots from Belgium, 7 shots for Belgium, 0 on target. Egypt, 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. That tells you everything you need to know. 7 shots, none on target, 4 shots, 3 on target, 1-0. Belgium have been wasteful with so many opportunities. Egypt have been clinical with so many opportunities. Possession, 58% to Belgium, 42% here for Egypt. Passing accuracy is 88% for Belgium, 81% there for Egypt. That is just significant. You know, fouls 6 for Egypt, 10 against Belgium, 2 yellow cards to Egypt, 1 yellow card Belgium, and 4-0 in regards to corners there for the Egyptians. Hey, by the way, Kiwis, right now you're not in last. Right now, you're in third. How good. Live win probability has 31% draw, 40% Egypt, and 29% Belgium. It's going to be interesting how the second half plays out and who they go to the bench for here, Belgium. You know, on their bench, they've got guys they can mix it up with like Axel Witsel, Diego Moreira. Lukaku could come on if they want to have a big-time threat in the middle, but I don't know if they go that way. Maybe Lukaku could be actually a big shout here. Nicholas Ruskin. They've got some options there on the bench. They've got some options on the bench. But it will be 1-0. Gary says, usual crap to deal with. Get some more sleep. Catch you on Wednesday. What do you mean get some more sleep? I'm not going to be able to sleep for another 7 hours, mate. I got the second half of this game, and then I got a 45-minute break, and then I got the full game Saudi Arabia Uruguay, and then I got a 45-minute break, and then I got a full game of Iran versus New Zealand. Which means get some more sleep. I'm not going to be able to sleep for ages, man. And the New Zealand games were the most important because that's where most of our subscribers will be from. Teams who have won that league include Lesotho Defence Force, Lesotho Correctional Services, Lesotho Paramilitary Forces, Police, Roma Rovers, and Arsenal. That might be the most random list I've... And I'm not even being... I'm not even... saying this just because it's just a new wave thing. I'm saying this because I genuinely mean it. That may be the most random list I've ever seen in my life, said Watson. Is that actually the teams in that the team names in that league? Lesotho Football League. Lesotho Premier League. And Nate's probably bet on all of them. Most championships is Matlama FC. Yeah, Lesotho Arsenal FC. Maseru United, Police FC, Linari FC, Maseru Brothers, Lesotho Defence Force, Lioli, Lesotho Defence Force, Arsenal FC. You know what? I'm impressed, Arsenal. You're able to play in England and also in Lesotho at the same time. Roma Rovers, also really impressed with Roma in Italy. That was their only time they've won it back in 1996. But I'm super happy for the Lesotho Correctional Service to win their first title in 2000 itself. Bantu FC, maybe they've changed their names recently. Their recent names make sense. I can see Lioli FC, Bantu FC, Matlama FC. You've got Ligia Bato. Like, that makes a little bit more sense. Arsenal FC winning it back in 1993 for their third title is sickening to see. Have a guess who's 10th in the Ethiopia League. All right. Ethiopia Football League. Ethiopia Football League. So they got Sidama Coffee on number 1, Nagel Arsi in 2nd, Defence Force in 3rd, St. George in 4th, Fasil Katema in 5th. You've got Hawassa in 6th, Ethiopia Insurance. Ethiopian Insurance is in 7th. Eepco is in 8th. Bahir Dar Kenema FC is in 9th. Ethiopian Coffee. Ethiopian Coffee is in 10th. Yeah, well, they're not as good as Sidama Coffee. Sidama Coffee is a lot better of a team. They're in first place on 64 points. And then you've got Ethiopian Coffee on 46 points. Get in the times. Get with the program. Sidama Coffee is clearly the better coffee there. Are these two teams that just sit on the opposite side of each other? Like, are they the ones that they have this coffee store and they have this coffee store and they have that place? They play in that field for the football and that field for the football, but they're right next door to each other. And it's just like a rivalry coffee place. That's what I'm getting the vibe here from Ethiopia. I'm getting a vibe there's rival coffee businesses. Seb said it's going to be completely rigged with all those forces winning the league. Bribes FC, 100%. 100%. Sport Action says, can't believe Spain had a draw. Well, you better start believing it because Cape Verde definitely deserved that. They deserved the draw there. They did. But it's half time, guys. I'm going to take a quick little 5-minute break here as we wait for the second half to get underway. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, let's get back in for the second half. About to come on very, very soon. Currently 1-0 to the Egyptians. A massive upset that could be brewing here. I did actually just see that the Tunisian team sacked their manager. They sacked their manager already after just that one loss. Immediately sacked after the loss to Sweden. His name was Sabri Lamouchi. After they lost 5-1, I don't understand what they expected though. Like how long? Actually, I'm going to Google this. How long was he involved with Tunisian team? Sabri Lamouchi. So yeah, he was sacked. How long was he there for though? I'm not too sure here. I should Google, actually. I should Google exactly how long has Sabri Lamouchi managed Tunisia. So he'd been managing Tunisia since 2000, beginning of this year. What? So he was hired in January 14th, and then they sacked him on June 15th. That's ridiculous. What did they expect him to do? Like, sure, Sweden is not that far apart from where Tunisia is, really. Like, they really aren't. But also, what did they expect? Did they expect him to go and win the game? Did they expect him to go and win this tournament? Like, that's crazy that they just immediately sack him based off of one game against Sweden, who was probably going to go through either in second or third in this group anyway. And Tunisia were expected to go through in fourth, but they've got nobody. Tunisia don't have the players. Sure, they've got Hannibal, but that's about it. Ethiopian Coffee actually has a coffee pot as their badge, owned by the Ethiopian Commodity Exchange, FC Slutsk in Belarus, Nyasa Big Bullets in Malawi, Triangle United in Zimbabwe, Miscellaneous SC in Botswana, Sugar Boys FC in the British Virgin Islands. Sugar Boys. They must have like a sugar business or something, and they're promoting themselves. Anti-Drugs Strikers FC, a professional club in Sierra Leone's first division, and Deportivo Huanca club in Peru. Deportivo Huanca. The thing is that Wanker is only really used by, I guess, Australians and English. I think we're the only two countries that would realistically use the word wanker. Probably. Is there any other countries, or maybe like other nations in the UK? Actually, do they, Seb and Jacko, do they use the word wanker in like Wales and stuff? I don't know if I've heard a Welshman use the word wanker as much as Australians and English do. I don't think so. I'm still waiting here for this second half. Belgium need to adjust their tactics. It's just Doku should have scored that goal. It should have been put on target and it should have been scored. But they definitely need to adjust their tactics right now, because it simply right now is not even close. Not even close to being up to winning this game here. Not even currently close. But this is a beautiful stadium in Seattle, man. It really is. This is where Australia will play USA on Saturday, or Friday over there, but Saturday for us. This is where we'll be playing. There we go. That's done there. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here, guys. What a stadium. They just won the Super Bowl here too in Seattle earlier on this year in February. Put that down there like that. Good to see some good traction on that video that I posted on the YouTube shorts about the Turkish fans crying, though. The old Turkish fans. Actually, when does Morocco play next? And who are Morocco playing next? I'm interested to see how they pan out. Because they did look good in that first 20, but they didn't really do too much outside of that first 20 against Brazil. Scotland, okay. Scotland versus Morocco is the next game. Scots use it, but use your fanny more. The Scots use wanker. Wanker? How do you put a Scottish accent behind wanker? Scotland? Wanker? No, that's like a heavy northern English accent. Wanker? Wanker? That's like a Mancunian accent. Wanker. Wanker, mate. I don't know how you could do a Scottish accent for wanker. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear a Scotsman say wanker. That would be too good. But all right, Belgium. They come out onto the field. The Egyptians ready to rock and roll as well. See how this second half pans out. They're going to really find a way to get Jeremy Doku a bit more space here because they've been locking down on him very, very quickly. Kevin De Bruyne hasn't really been able to get too involved. He had a good shot on target before, but it was called back because there was a free kick for a foul in the box against one of the Egyptians. They had a good shot on target from him before, but that was really about it. They haven't had too many great opportunities. They've had 7 shots, but none of them have really troubled the keeper whatsoever. We haven't had to see the keeper really get involved at all, actually, from Egypt. He hasn't even had to make a dive for anything. And again, through 7 shots, you would expect at least one of them goes on target. Shaka says, too many City players. Well, listen, there's a City player in this game who's currently winning. His name is Omar Mamouche. They are 1-0. This is Rich coming from a Chelsea fan, by the way. But for Belgium, there's only one City player because Kevin doesn't play for us. He's in Napoli now. He's in Naples. He's in Napoli. What you mean? Just because of Jeremy Doku, and Jeremy Doku probably being the one of the closest to scoring a goal here today. If there was a one who's going to score a goal, it's going to be Jeremy Doku because Leandro Trossard for Arsenal hasn't been good. Hannah says, big game today. I think we can just sneak a win. Won't be easy. Have you watched any of Iran's football? But I've got a feeling we can. I would love to see you guys get an upset, but I just cannot see it. But I would love to see you guys get an upset. Losing 4-0 to Haiti, you're never going to give me confidence going into a World Cup. When is Trossard ever good? Well, only at the back end of the Premier League season. He really annoys me. I'm not a massive fan of Trossard at all. Just the way he carries himself is very egotistical, but then again, that does come with Arsenal. Eze is another one, but I also really liked Eze when he was at Crystal Palace. I was a big fan of him. It's similar to I watched Edinson Cavani when he was second half. I started here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I used to be a massive fan of Edinson Cavani coming up the youth system. Napoli, he was a really enjoyable player to watch. I loved getting to watch him actually take on Manchester City back in 11-12. That was our first ever, I believe that was our first ever Champions League matchup against Napoli. I'm pretty certain. This was 15 years ago now, so I'm trying to remember it, but I'm pretty certain our first ever matchup was against Napoli. And I think it was a 2-2 draw, if I can remember. Jacko, you're the king of Google right now. Are you able to confirm that for me? Back in 11-12, was it a 2-2 draw? I definitely remember it was a draw. It might have even been 1-1. I'm going to go with a 2-2, though. Jeez. Struggling to remember. But I really just appreciated it as a Cavani. And then anyway, next minute he signs for Man United. I'm like, I'm off here. I never really was a fan of Leandro Trossard at Brighton too. He's a quality player, but I was never really a massive fan of when he was at Brighton. Iran only arrived in the USA today. That may affect him. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's probably my biggest thing with Iran is that their preparation is disrupted heavily because of the ongoing political situation. That's probably my biggest reason why New Zealand could maybe surprise for a draw. I really don't think they should be getting a win, but definitely the preparation has been impacted for sure. SV Robin Hood, what a team. I really want to know if I was right in regards to that 2-2 because I'm pretty certain it was 2-2. Watching New Zealand play, we can't even get into the box. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult as well against an Iranian team like this. Chance here. Egypt in the box. Blocked away. And Belgium will be able to prevent it. That was a good chance there for Egypt, however. 1-1. Match 2 was 2-1 Napoli, yeah. I knew it was a draw. I did say 2-2 and then I was like, oh, it might have been 1-1, but I knew it was a draw. That was our first Champions League appearance. We didn't have Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've played Borussia Mönchengladbach a lot in group stages over the years. Obviously, before this new system. I don't think we played them back then. Shit, who was our group back then? Napoli? No, it wasn't Sporting, was it? Shit, I can't remember. Napoli was the team that everyone was focused on from City's End though back then. I can't remember. Maybe it's also there's 3:10 in the morning for me as well. Napoli. They would be my Italian team if I did have an Italian team. My dad did give me a Crespo shirt for Inter Milan when I was much younger, but I still just don't really have any kind of fascination for the Italian team, really. I don't know who I would kind of get behind between Inter and AC. We did beat Inter in a Champions League final. I never really got behind Inter. I do kind of fancy AC a little bit more, I reckon. All right, now Belgium with the ball at the halfway point, pushing up a little bit. Ngoy. Naples is a shithole. So when I used to work for Flight Centre, this was a key piece, a topic here. It's a free kick to Belgium in a good area. Probably a good 35, 40 yards out, but it's a good area to whip this ball in. So I used to work at Flight Centre, which is like a travel company. I don't know if you have it in England. I'm pretty certain you do. But I used to have to always tell people this, that go to Sorrentino. Like Naples is actually quite dangerous. Sorrentino, which is very, very close, is a better area to go. Beautiful too. A little bit more on the expensive side, but I just want to get to Napoli and eat a pizza. That's what I want to do, man. I don't think of this too much. I love a pizza. Very good pizza. Leandro Trossard. Nice little spin move there. He might lose his ball if he doesn't give it away. He did lose the ball. But it's going to come back out here for Belgium. Jeremy Doku. Edge of the box. Inside the box. Here we go. Oh, whipped in. Oh, good defense. Too many defenders there. Belgium will get this ball on the edge of the box again, and now they can counter here, Egypt. They can counter. Mohamed Salah pushes his ball wide. Mamouche is offside. Mohamed Salah. But Courtois. That was a good continued run from Salah, but Courtois will get out for it. Docker was quiet the first half. Well, he wasn't quiet in the first half. It's just that Egypt defended him really, really well. He had the ball probably most off than anybody. He's probably the most likely to have scored in the first half, really, and probably should have scored with that goal that went blazing over the bar. Kevin De Bruyne has been pretty quiet. We've seen nothing really from Catalera. Leandro Trossard's not been good. He's been really, really not too great. Onana's been... Oh, that's a free kick. Doku right on the edge of the box. That's huge. Kevin De Bruyne. This is Kevin De Bruyne range right here. This is Kevin De Bruyne range right here. Right on the edge of the box. This is a perfect opportunity for the Belgians to equalise this game up at 1-1. I needed this. They needed this chance, and they will get this opportunity. Give Kevin De Bruyne the ball and say, sayonara, top left corner. Top left corner, baby. This is primetime range. I've seen him score a massive amount of goals from this exact position. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Highlands fans, my fantasy's going terrible. Yeah, I captained Oyarzabal, who is the Spanish striker. Yes, it was 0-0. At least I had Cucurella, who gave me some points. But I should have captained Irangunda. So now I'm still just waiting. Oh, I do have Kevin De Bruyne in this game. Actually, I want Kevin De Bruyne to score right now. I've got Kevin De Bruyne in this matchup. Come on, Kevin. A goal here would send my fantasy team back into to kicking level. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Puts it in. Oh, off the post. I thought that was actually in. Oh my gosh, I thought it was actually in. It's off the post. Kevin De Bruyne is such a special player. You cannot get any closer than that. I thought that was 100% in, by the way. I 100% thought that was in. Got past the wall, off of the post, outside edge, and it will be a goal kick. He got the pace on it. He's beaten the goalkeeper. Oh my gosh, I thought I was right too. A call top left corner. Almost perfect there, and that would have just been massive for the old fantasy. And now Egypt are going to counter. Egypt are going to go quickly. Egypt are going to go quickly here. Put the ball over the top. Chance here. And Zico cannot get it because Castagna is going to whack it out for a corner. Oh, man. I thought De Bruyne. I thought he had that just then. You can't give KDB a free kick in that opportunity, that area, though. You just can't do it. Have you been to Naples, by the way, Chaco, or is that just based off what you've heard? I remember when City went to Napoli back then, we had two of our fans stabbed. That we cleared away here from Belgium. Yeah, it was a big thing. Yeah, two of our Man City fans stabbed in Naples. Unfortunate. But unfortunately not surprising, but very unfortunate. Amdi Fatui. Oh my gosh, it was so close for KDB. Jacko probably would have put on a Man City shirt if he had scored that. They put this ball in the box. Here's a chip. Mamouche. Oh, good defending from... Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Slice with pizza cutters. Probably, mate. A header in the box. Punched away. Oh, that is an awful shot. That's going to... Ashur has shot that so hard it's gone over for a throw-in. There's a player down for Belgium in back play right now. Ashur has a good opportunity. How has he not only not missed the target, but not kicked it for a goal kick? He's missed everything. He's missed everything and everyone. Have a touch there, man. You've got the time. There's no defender near you. Salah puts a header down, gets blocked away from Courtois. This game's starting to open up now. This game is starting to open up now. He does have time to have a touch. There's no Belgian player who was close to him. Mo Salah's first attempt on target for the day, though. All right, double change for Belgium. Right now, you've got Amadou Onana going off for Maxim de Kuiper. And Thomas Meunier will come on for Nicolas Raskin. Maxim de Kuiper does play with Brighton in the Premier League. Where's Nicolas Raskin from? Nicolas Raskin. He is at Rangers FC in Scotland. Jagger says, been in Naples, Sorrento, Rome, Bari, Sassi de Matera, Bologna, and Venice. Mate, you're basically Italian at this point. They'll be blocked away, and Belgium will steal it. And now they can counter if they want. Doku, good footwork from Docs. Great footwork from Docs. And there'll be a free kick in the end for Belgium. I completely forgot that I had Kevin De Bruyne in fantasy. Do I have any in the other games tonight? I don't think I do, eh? No, I'm still going to wait for France. Jeez. Yeah, I'm still going to wait for the France game, plus also the Portugal game, the English game. I got at least 2 players from England. 34 total points. What am I currently coming in our league, in the Breakout Sport League? Belgium, top right corner. And that'll be good defense from Egypt. They are strong. They are strong defensively. Okay, so we've got Enns in 46. Perchel's got 44. Les Bleu has 44. Youngub, 40. I'm on 34. Kevin De Bruyne scores a goal. I'm on, though. And then I've still got Erling Haaland for Norway as well coming up. Oyarzabal 2 points and 4 points as captain's what's killed me, though. Throw in for Belgium in the right corner on the attack. Travis Bell says African football better than European football. Settle. Settle down. Behave. Behave, mate. Behave. So 1-0 Egypt. 32 minutes to go here. So out of all those places, Jacko, which was the best place you went to? I'll be a throw-in for Egypt. $32 minutes left here. Belgium put that back into a bit of a header battle, and Tielemans back inside to Trossard. Good little step over. Chance here. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, he couldn't get his feet right. He could not get his feet right, but Belgium are starting to get some better opportunity. Oh, they're away. Oh, Mama Mush. Mamush. Oh, goes blazing over the goals. Great breakaway chance there for Omar Mamouche with some speed, but Belgium able to prevent it in the end. Mamouche, look at this touch though. Bang, see you later. As soon as you decide to take that step in, that's when you're going to get caught out by Mamouche. But the little nudge in the back there has really screwed him. Ngoy he got absolutely turned at the half. But he was able to get back and help. Where's the host at, please? What do you mean, where's the host at? I'm here right now. I'm quite literally right in front of you. So they're going to whack this ball inside the area. Doku. No, it's not a penalty. Nah, it's not a penalty. They're claiming it. 30 minutes to go here, folks. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It went down way too easily there. The legs come through, but it goes down way too easily. There's no way they're giving that as a penalty any day. No chance. 0% chance. Into Ketelera. He's going to get this ball away. Belgium is starting to get some opportunities. This should be a corner. Yeah, that's a corner. That's good work. Good word there from De Ketelera. Much better spell here from Belgium with 30 minutes to go. Much better spell. Turkey fans still complain. Just take the loss. They'll never stop complaining, mate. They will never stop complaining, the old Turkish. $29 minutes left. Kevin De Bruyne puts that ball into the box. Headed away. Oh my gosh. That was nearly an absolute screamer itself. Does Henry realize I'm here? What do you mean someone please wake him up? I'm quite literally here, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe we should do end Oz and just defend with our life. That is all you will do. If you do not do that, you will lose 7-0. If you do not just defend for your life later on, you are going to lose the game by 12 goals to 0. You must defend with your life. Oh, chance here. Meunier. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, straight to the keeper. Oh, the Belgium team is really putting on opportunity after opportunity. I cannot believe KDB hasn't scored that as well. Anywhere but the keeper. Anywhere but the keeper, and that is a goal. Oh, man, you do expect better there. Open opportunity for him as well. I'm going to make myself some noodles after this. They look hungry now. Yeah, well, they're down 1-0. They have to start risking it and start throwing. They're going to take on... Yeah, they're going to bring on Lukaku. It makes sense. It does. Yeah, they do need a goal desperately. Back to Doku. Doku in the box. That's a corner. Kevin De Bruyne whipped this bad boy in. It's all Belgium at the moment. Egypt have gone into their defensive structure, and Belgium are just pushing. They go short from Kevin De Bruyne to Dox. Back to Kevin De Bruyne, whips it in. Good ball, but good save by the keeper. Sorrento was the most relaxed place I went to for sure. Yeah, that's where I was advising everyone to go. It's going to be a free kick coming up here for Egypt. I don't know why you're saying lol Iran, Henry. Iran are not an easy team. Trust me, I know. Australians, we play them in the Asian qualifiers. Iran are not an easy team by any stretch of the imagination, man. Belgium definitely have been better in the second period here. They've definitely been much better. In the qualifiers, Iran were in a different area, though, to us. They played more teams like North Korea, Qatar, Uzbekistan, UAE. Jeez, good draw 2-2 with Uzbekistan. Egypt. Here's their chance. Mamouche. Deflected. Could have gone anywhere, but it will go out for a goal kick. A corner, sorry. Oh, deflections can go absolutely anywhere, but it will be a corner. Sassi de Matera was amazing. Ancient districts, the people lived in limestone caves a lot and then were evacuated in the 50s due to poverty. Yeah. Amazing. That's why I'm so much looking forward to a place like Kazakhstan, because the history there would be just through the roof, and it's just not a place I ever expected to go. Next game will be a good game. I think Uruguay will win, though. Uruguay should win that. 25 minutes left here. Salah takes the short corner. Inside. That was a great delivery, but it will be headed away there from Belgium. Still alive. In the box. Lachine. But it's going to come away for Belgium. De Ketelaere. De Ketelaere has actually been solid defensively today. Obviously, it's not really what he's there for. He's going to be replaced for Lukaku, but De Ketelaere has been pretty solid defensively today. So Romelu Lukaku is about to come on to the field here for the Belgians. De Ketelaere is going to be the one to come out. Only Cristiano Ronaldo has scored more international goals than Romelu Lukaku for any nation. Can Lukaku be the guy? They just need to keep putting in this attack. They need to be the ones attacking. I will say, though, he's fit. Oh, here we go. Belgium inside. Lukaku straight away, bro. Lukaku straight away is insane. Lukaku has literally come on the field within a couple of seconds, and Lukaku has scored a goal. That is insane. Lukaku comes on and scored immediately. Romelu Lukaku has just scored a goal within about maybe 5 seconds of coming on. Bloke always does something when he comes on. It's ridiculous, Seb Watson. That is outrageous. It's 1-1. That is outrageous. They did not have an answer beforehand, and as soon as he comes on, everyone's onside. Oh, it might be an own goal here. Let's have a look on the slow-mo. Oh, it's going to be an own goal. It's not a Lukaku goal. It'll be an own goal. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't even get a touch to it. Yeah, I went 3-1 of the predictions, Leslie boy, but 2-1's probably looking more of a shout right now, but 1-1 is entirely possible because Egypt... I wonder how Egypt are going to play here. I wonder if they're going to go on the attack or they're... I wonder how they're going to feel with this. So there's going to be a hydration break here, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. So, yeah, it was an own goal. He doesn't actually even touch it. Glad that mug didn't get touched to it. I used to love Lukaku at Everton. Then I hated him at United. Actually, that's right. He was at Chelsea too, wasn't he, Jacko? He's one of your club legends. Lukaku's like a club legend, no? Surely. We honestly have no chance against these two teams. Correct. Had 2-1 NL yesterday too. Gutted 2-1 NL yesterday. 2-1 in what game? You wouldn't be gutted about the Sweden game because that was never finishing 2-1. Netherlands, Japan. And then Japan scored in the 86th minute. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, Netherlands. Yeah, that was crazy. It was so awesome. I love the football, man. I love the World Cup, and I love how it makes people feel because you watch the videos coming out of Japan, and they're all in school, and they're obviously very strict and very much required in regards to buddy smashing it in with their studies and all that. But they just went nuts so even in school for that goal. It's just so awesome to see. You love to see the way that the football makes people feel around the world. Guys went in more clubs than you can poke a stick at. Yeah, that would have been rough, though, to see Netherlands give up that goal late. But that makes sense with Japan. Ito should have got more minutes, though. Mitoma in that game, though, they definitely could win it. I saw someone trying to say on Instagram before that Japan aren't allowed to be called dark horses because they've beaten all the big teams in the friendlies and in qualifiers and whatnot. And I was like, well, they lost to Australia 1-0, mind you, in the qualifiers, but they also drew 1-1, but they also lost to Australia. But they are still absolutely a dark horse. They are a dark horse. As if they won with a header from a set piece versus the tallest nation. This is also true. But no, Japan are a very underrated team. They've been unbelievable in the last couple of years. They're just unfortunately missing one of their best players, if not their best player, in Mitoma. If Mitoma was playing, I'm telling you, that would have been scary stuff there for the Netherlands. Mitoma is a beast. But he's unfortunately out. So yeah, don't forget, once this finishes here in 22 minutes, we'll have a 45-minute break before we'll come back live. I do love that there's like an hour break and then we're not just going bang, 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 bang. The 45-minute break does give me a bit of time just to refresh myself. But it is 1-1. Netherlands coach is a national joke. Who is the Dutch joke? The Dutch joke right now. Who is the Dutch Netherlands manager? Oh, it's Ronald Koeman. Okay. Koeman. Netherlands will still be fine throughout this tournament. I think they'll still be okay. They're not that great, though. Tunley says, Kubo is in wheelchair after the Netherlands game. Both those teams quite clearly will go through their group, though. Both their teams quietly. Netherlands and Japan both clearly go through it. All right, so 1-1, 20 minutes to go here, folks. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Japan, Sweden, Netherlands, and Tunisia. There is no way that Tunisia goes through. And Sweden, they'll probably qualify through third place, considering they won 5-1. You're not going to see too many teams with the better goal difference there. Unless they get pumped, but I can't see it. 19 minutes left. Can we see a winner here? Even though Lukaku wasn't the one who scored, he was the one who ultimately delivered it. And they'll head that one away. Hey, shout out to anybody who put any Cabo Verde defenders in their lineup. Can you imagine that? I'm sure there would have been like 0.1% of people who's put a defender from Cape Verde in their fantasy team. Netherlands haven't lost a 90-minute World Cup game since 2006. Well, that's impressive, but also they've definitely lost games. Extra time. Iniesta, but I understand that's extra time. Back on the inside, beautiful ball through. There might be an offside, though, coming. It's going to be saved. No, they don't call it offside on the original. I thought there was a slight little offside originally from Leandro Trossard. Belgium have clearly been the better team in the second half. Though the first half was probably Egypt, but the second half has been all Belgium. Belgium back with the ball. Doku straight through the middle. That was nice. Tielemans, Trossard, he'll whack that ball out. And now it's Castagna. This is all Belgium at the moment. Wild stat to say they win nothing. Yeah, they don't. They don't win anything. They're just, unfortunately, one of those teams that can never seem to actually win the silverware. But, fun fact for you, this guy who's predicted like every World Cup for 20 plus years with all these different stats and population sizes and all these different metrics, he actually predicted Netherlands to win this World Cup. Not that I believe it. I don't think Netherlands win this World Cup. But this like stat predictor did predict that they were going to be the ones to do it. Surely not, though. Surely the Dutch don't do it. That's going to be a free kick coming up to Egypt to get themselves out of a little bit of trouble here. Love the party. Oh my gosh. The party that would come out of the Netherlands if they were to win a World Cup would just be nuts. But then again, can you imagine the party in Brazil, in Rio? Oh my gosh. That'd be sickening. The party in Rio if Brazil won would just be sickening. Argentina was crazy, but I'm telling you, Brazil would be wilder by a long way. Wild. England would riot their streets if they ended up winning. Italy just making a World Cup again will probably burn cities down. Bouncy for sure. Now, Brazil would go nuts, man. Could you imagine Australia winning it? Like, look at how we react to group stage games. That is just... like, not that we were going to do it, but if Australia ever won it, I honestly think some of our cities would burn. I think people would actually turn into complete and utter mental jobs. Brazilians do know how to party. This is what I'm saying. Rio would be the place to be on the planet. Rio would be the place to be. You wouldn't be able to walk through any of the streets. No way. You couldn't walk through Buenos Aires. And I think that Brazil would be wilder. 15 minutes to go here. Maxim de Kuiper, who only just recently came on. He's going to get yellow carded. I think Belgium will take this considering how this game's played out. Obviously, they want to find a way to win. But I think Belgium would take this. Whilst Egypt will take it, but they'll be relatively disappointed they couldn't finish it off. It was Mohamed Hani who was given the own goal, by the way. So there's going to be some substitutions here. Mohamed Salah will come off for Hamza Abdel Karim. And Mustafa Zico will come off for Zizou. So they've kept... Oh, is it Mohamed Salah's birthday, is it? Apparently it's his birthday. So they've kept on... I'm a Mamouche. They play Scotland. Yeah, but Scotland wouldn't go Scotland would go crazy, yeah. But I think there's other countries that would be wilder. Mo Salah was fine. It was a good threat, but just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And it's still been difficult here for Egypt on the attack, but defensively they've been really solid. $14 minutes left here to find a winner. Ireland will go crazy if they qualified. Just if they qualified. Scotland would invade England if they won. No, USA don't care enough. They think they care enough. They'll just use it as a way to write. They won't actually care about the football. You got to realize the countries that I'm talking about here, they all care about the football. Like the way that Australians come together for football is something that I just don't see elsewhere. You just don't see it for any other sport. You don't see it for any other movement. Everyone comes together for the Socceroos. They are very clearly... It used to be the Wallabies. The Wallabies used to be who Australians always came together for. Now they couldn't not give a shit about the Wallabies, and it's all about the Socceroos every single time. But USA, there would be the amount of people that wouldn't care that USA won, and it's just about going and stealing a free TV from Harvey Norman. I know Harvey Norman doesn't exist there. We'll go to Walmart, steal a big TV from Walmart kind of deal. The amount of people that would not care. All right, Belgium into the attacking half. I'll push it out to the left-hand side here for Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Jeremy Doku. Doku back to De Bruyne. Good ball through. Out to Lukaku. Oh, blocked. Blocked away. Still Belgium with a chance, though. It's been all Belgium this second half. 12 minutes left. Meunier. Right now, Kevin De Bruyne is the magic man. He always is the magic man. Just get him the ball. Lukaku pushes it out. Tielemans, that is absolutely horrific. No, it's not a corner. It's just an awful, awful pass there. So it'll be a goal kick coming up now for Egypt. Chelsea legend KDB. Yeah, look, Jacko, we're going to see you in 1 minute, mate. That's definitely worthy of a 1 minute timeout. Actually, how about this one, Jacko? So you want to try and say something as ridiculous, Chelsea legend KDB? Well, how about I say Man City legend Frank Lampard? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel there, champion? Frank Lampard, Manchester City legend. Tell me it's wrong. Tell me he didn't play for us. Yeah, you want to play this game? You want to play this game, Jack? I don't think you want to play this game. Yeah, Good says Lukaku, cold hero. His presence alone gets a goal within a minute coming on. Yeah, within seconds of coming on. Obviously, he doesn't get the goal. It will just be an own goal. But he was able to bring in defenders to put the ball in the right area, and then it comes off of them because he was the one in that area. 1-1. Can we find a winner here? 10 minutes to go of the game, folks. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. It is 1-1. And Lukaku wins it back. Lukaku has actually been pretty good since coming on, though. Frank Lampard, Manchester City legend. What a man. What a man. 10 minutes left, and that's a free kick coming up to Egypt. How would Spain fans react? They'd be very, very excited. I don't think they'd be on the crazy level like other places. At least you can say I scored in the World Cup. It was just an own goal. What? James Milner, Liverpool legend. I would say James Milner is definitely more regarded for Liverpool than he was at Man City. Even though he played many years at Man City and won the Premier League with us, I would say James Milner will be remembered for Liverpool more than Man City. Yeah, look, Jacko, you're definitely pushing your luck there now, mate. You're pushing your luck there now. It's another 1 minute. You're definitely pushing your luck with that last one. 80 minutes gone, and Belgium are away up the middle of the field. It's Kevin De Bruyne. He puts it out to Doku. This is a good attacking opportunity here. Doku steps back on the inside. That's a free kick. That's a yellow card, and that's a great area. That is a great, great area here for Belgium. He'll remember it as the bloke we thought would never retire. Yep. Oh, yeah, true. No, I can't bring that up here. I just clarified something with Google, Jacko, because I was going to slap you with a Chelsea scandal, but I'm not going to do that because it is very controversial. Yeah, James Milner. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back. Wouldn't be surprised if he's back in Liverpool and starting next season. 8 minutes left here. Kevin De Bruyne, a great chance to whip this in and get an assist here. I don't think he'd be going for goal. Difficult angle. Kevin De Bruyne puts it in. Good ball. But punched away from the keeper. They put it back out. Still alive. Out across. In the goal. Save. Amazing save there from Xavier. Mekala should have had a goal there. Mekala should have had a goal, but Mustafa Xavier gets across and prevents that one from going through. That is a massive save. Doku. Doku goes underneath. And that's going to be kept away from Egypt. And now they're going to be way up the midfield. Push for a goal, Egypt. I know you don't mind a 1-1 draw, but push for a goal here. Zizou. Great save. Great save. Egypt do deserve a 1-1 draw, but Belgium, you could also make the argument they deserve to come back and win this 1-2-1. This second half has been quite dominant from them in regards to some amazing opportunities. That Kevin De Bruyne shot that hit the post. Kevin De Bruyne shot that blazed over the bar as well. They put this one in, and that's going to have to be touched by Courtois there. It's a corner, yeah. That was an awkward one. That definitely wasn't a shot, but it's ended up being a shot. He's trying to curl that one in, but that was probably going into the goal. Oh, maybe not. Probably does go a bit above it. That is such a good save from Shabir. That's a fantastic save. What were you going to say? No, I can't do it, Jack. I'm not going to do it on stream. It's not a jokey thing to be making a joke out of that scandal. That's as far as oh no, Egypt. Oh, blocked away. Mamouche had an opportunity, but it will be blocked away. They whip it in, headed back. Mounier. 6 minutes left. Belgium pinned down here at the moment. This would be frustrating them greatly. What have you got left in the tank here? Mamouche gives it across to Zico. They put it back and blocked away. He'll go out for a throw-in. But with Man City or with Chelsea, Jacko? Because there's multiple ones with Chelsea. Adam Johnson, I don't think I did that at City, though. I think that was when he was at Sunderland, no? I think that was when he was at Sunderland. And now they're going to get this ball out, Belgium. City. Oh, you're a dog. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Even though he was cleared. But you're a dog. I know what you're about to talk about. It's actually, funnily enough, the same thing you're going to use would be the same thing they would have used for Chelsea, but that's why I'm not bringing it up. But, yes, I know who you're talking about. Relatively recently. Relatively. 5 minutes to go here. Kevin De Bruyne is actually going to come off the field. Kevin De Bruyne and Doku will come off the field. Interesting. I don't know why Belgium would do this, but sure. Sure, they take off Doku and Kevin De Bruyne for Matthias Fernandes Pardo. Oh, not Mendy. Okay. Hans Van Aken comes on for Kevin De Bruyne. And Matthias Fernandes Pardo comes on for Jeremy Doku. I can't believe that. I'm surprised why they would do that, to be fair. Probably two of their more likely players to score. 4 minutes left here. I think this is probably going to end a 1-1. Probably going to end 1-1. Unless we can see a miracle. And we saw a miracle from the Ivory Coast yesterday. A 1-0 win in the dying moments in the 90th minute with Diallo. 3.5 minutes left here. They put this ball over the top into the box. Belgium, can they get one last bit? One of these teams will receive one final big opportunity. Here we go. Oh, Lukaku. Mate, that has to go on target. It's a free header in the middle of the box. No one competing for it. How on earth are you not putting that on target? How are you not putting it on target? If he puts that on target, that's a goal. He's got a free header in the center of the box, mate. Lukaku, you have to be putting that one in. Should have been 2-1. Should have been 2-1. Damn, Brain's hitting a little bit of a wall at the moment. Still got 2 games to go. Three minutes left. I don't think Egypt score from here. The only team I could see scoring from here, surely, would be Belgium. But I think I am just calling a 1-1 because I don't think that Lukaku is going to get the job done. If he can't put that header on target, there's a reason for the criticism for him this season. because that was a free header in the middle of the box. That is quite literally your job. That is quite literally the bread and butter of your job just then. It's amazing to me, really. It's amazing to me. All right, couple of substitutions coming up here from Egypt. And that's going to be Ibrahim Adel comes on for Hamdi Fati. And Karim Hafez comes on for Ahmed Fatouh. Hamdi Fati. It's going to be 1-1. Lukaku's pants. Yeah, he's not been fantastic. All right, so they whacked that one down into the corner here. Egypt. Oh my gosh, there's a chance. That's a free kick for mine at the minimum. I think it was outside of the edge of the box. The VAR definitely will check that one. I definitely would have been calling a free kick there, though. He clearly blocked him off on his run. It was outside the penalty area, though. One minute left. Rabia. I don't think it was a pen. No, it was outside the box. And also, I think that if it was in the box, I probably would have given it as a pen, but outside the box. And they're not going to come back and give the free kick there, even though they really realistically should. But, yeah, no, I think it was just outside the box. But if it was inside, I would have given it. Chance here for Mamouche. 30 seconds to go here. Egypt on the right wing. Cut it in. Good ball. Good play. Head it up. Head it away. Tielemans back inside. Ooh, that was spicy, actually, for a moment. For a moment, I thought Egypt were about to score. How many added minutes? 3 minutes minimum for hydration break. Probably about 6 minutes, I'd say. 6, 7 minutes. And over the top, Tielemans, Lukaku. Lukaku cannot get to it, though. Bring back Lukaku at Everton. 5 minutes added on. So that means only 2 minutes of added time. Okay. Because the 3 minutes goes on for the hydration break, and then the 2 minutes extra for the 5 is what actually they're calling. Get around your chest. You're tuning in just as we're about to tune out, but we do have a game in 45 minutes time, which is going to be Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, and then we do have later on New Zealand taking on Iran. I just woke up and saw the Spain score. What the hell happened? I can tell you right now, Spain did not look good. They looked very average. Cabo Verde nearly took the win in the 90th minute. They had a couple of late chances on the counter. But yeah, just nobody did anything. I tell you who had a stink. It was Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres was just awful, man. They were so slow. Cape Verde deserved the draw. They nearly stole a win. And I've got major concerns about Spain. Major, major concerns. Spain lost. That would have been the biggest upset in history. A draw is pretty equivalent. But yes, a draw is still pretty close, though. Oh, Maxim de Kuiper. Yeah, it was outside the box. It definitely should have been a free kick, though. It 100% should have been a free kick to Egypt, which the referee should have given. At least a shocking game for Spain. Oh, so lazy. So just not good enough. Ferran Torres was left on way too long. Lamine Yamal came on way too late. Oyarzabal, unfortunately, was wasteful. Rodri was okay, but nothing great. And there was no real threat from Cape Verde for a goal over across the 90 minutes as a collective, but gee whiz. Yeah, it was poor. It was poor. Oh, here we go. Belgium still the ball. Here's their chance. Leandro Trossard. Opportunity. Belgium in the box. Lukaku. Oh, they're not going to do anything with it, are they? They push it outside the box. He's done well to keep it alive, but Tielemans blocked away. 2.5 minutes left of our time. Don't forget, 45 minutes, guys, will be Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, which is the same group as that previous game between Spain and Cape Verde. And then New Zealand versus Iran will be after that one. They put this ball in. Lukaku goes up for it. Lukaku wins the header. They put it back out here to the wing. Nothing really going on here. Raskin. Nicola. And that's going to be a play on. No, it's going to be a free kick to Belgium. Would have been nice to have Kevin De Bruyne in this situation. Would have been nice. It's definitely a free kick. Lukaku has made a big difference, but not putting that header on target before for a goal, even if it gets saved, not putting that header on target is just shocking. Just shocking. A minute 30 to go. This is probably the last real chance. Well, only 2 points there for Kevin De Bruyne then, isn't it? Big yikes. Big old yikes. Okay, free kick. Belgium. Awkward position. Puts it in. Oh, over the top. Wait, how is Kevin De Bruyne only on the 1 point? Okay, no, he's on 2 points. I was going to say. He does get the 2 points. Buddy, 58 minutes. You wish. So I've still got Pickford, Olise, Bruno Fernandes, and Kane to play. I could play Martinez, though, but I'm going to play Pickford. Even against Croatia, I'm going to play Pickford. 30 seconds to go here. 30 seconds left. And they whip it in. Oh my gosh, Egypt nearly had a chance to do it just then. 20 seconds left. At the very least, Egypt have given it a crack here today. I'd still say Belgium probably slightly deserved a bit more, but they were also so wasteful in the first half. Oh, just what would happen, though, if that free kick from Kevin De Bruyne goes into the side netting and goes into the top left corner. But we'll never know because it did not go in, and it will remain 1-1 as the final score here in this opening game matchup here for Group G. Later on, we will see Iran take on New Zealand in the other game here of Group G. The next game for Belgium and Egypt, I'm pretty certain Belgium take on Iran and Belgium take on Egypt and Iran take on New Zealand, maybe. Where is it? Belgium take on Iran and New Zealand take on Egypt. Yes, next Monday. On Monday is when we'll see that one. So, guys, I'll be jumping off here for 45 minutes' time. We'll see you live for the next game, which will be the third game of the day, and that is going to be the Uruguay taking on the Saudi Arabia. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.